Hey, hi everybody. Welcome to my platform. Make sure you guys like the video. As you come into the reading, the crystal singing bowls you were hearing in the background were I started first with the sacral chakra bowl, then I did the solar plexus bowl, then I did the heart chakra bowl, and then the crown chakra bowl. And I'm just waiting for the throat chakra bowl to come in since I had broken that. So anyways, that's what you're hearing. Also, the beautiful background sounds you're hearing is the YouTube channel called Healing Vibrations. You'll want to make sure that you get yourself a subscription over there. I'll type in their channel name, background, music, healing, vibrations. I like to use this platform, the Healing Vibrations, because the guy that does the crystal singing bowl sound baths, he's got really great energy, and he has different channels and different singing bowls, different sound baths for each thing. So today we're listening to one for synchronicity. All right, we got 2 people watching. Let's get some likes on the video before I start the reading. Okay. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're asking that our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including the archangels, our guardian angel, and any other benevolent spirit guides, that they come be with us now to where you are, to where I am. Okay. And then we're also asking that the ascended masters, obviously Jesus Christ, but any other ascended masters like Muhammad, the saints, any saints, and any other ascended masters, that they would also come be with us now. And for this reading, we ask that they put a bubble of beautiful white light around us, protect and shield our energies, cut cords with any negativity, remove all jinn that are present that are not benevolent, and any other types of entities or spirits. We're also asking that our spirit guides please block out all evil and anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, God, please continue to bless me and continue to give me messages and downloads to share with the collective for as long as you deem appropriate. Okay. And I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. I pray upon your presence and I meditate upon your divine will. And of course, anything that you have that you want known, I am open and willing to do that. Okay. So make sure you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. Make sure you guys like the video as you come in. We got 4 people watching, 2 likes on the video. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no gatekeeping, no copywriting, no shadow banning, no witchcraft, no evil eyes, and no energy harvesting. And no evil wishes, I guess. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a good day. Now, welcome in, Shaman Maria. Beautiful day to you. Many blessings. I love your little bumblebee emoji, and the mermaid makes me so happy. So I haven't set a goal for this one yet, but if you guys have personal questions that you need answers, you can send me either a $20 super chat, a $20 PayPal payment, which I have basically pinned my PayPal link, or a $20 Cash App. Once that has been confirmed to go through, then you can ask your personal question, and then I will pause the collective reading to answer your personal question. So make sure you guys like the video, and I'm available if you have personal questions or anything, any situation that you need help with. If it's a spiritual one. Now, if it's something that a lawyer would deal with, obviously. And then if you feel like any of the information in this reading resonates, you just need to be able to use your best discernment, because I'm reading for everybody, which means some of the reading will be for you, some of the reading could be for somebody else, or it may be that all of the stuff in the reading you feel like resonates. So it's just up to you what you take with you. But if you take anything in the fields of finance, legal, health, make sure you're following up with a professional in the field of that advice so that you're being responsible with the information. Okay. Oh, nice. You're outside with the dog. There's B. He ate some. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Hopefully his mouth is okay. So his or her. Okay. Oh, he is a he. So the message today is basically there's somebody that exists that has out that exists obviously that has underestimated your connection with the most high God. In fact, I feel like this person really believed that they were chosen until they came across your energy. And then when they came up against you guys, now they're realizing that they're not chosen, not as chosen as they thought. You guys, we should be getting at least 50 likes on the video. So make sure you like the video as you come into the reading. It's really important if you want to see this channel in the future that you like the videos. Okay, that's basically all I'm asking for doing all of this free work for you guys. So like the videos. We got 3 likes on the videos. All right, let's get some more likes. Thank you. Thank you guys that do like the video. I really appreciate that. So yeah, you're dealing with somebody that underestimated your connection to God. Maybe they didn't really believe that you were connected to the Most High. I'm not for sure. They're finding out the hard way. Look at this. The moon came out the first card. Like seriously, people. Oh my gosh. So I want you to look at this picture. Do you see that one of those dogs there is like, looks like a dog? This one looks like a wolf. The energy of the moon is about domestication. Somebody could have thought that you needed to be more domesticated. Okay, this person, when they came into your life or they came into your energetic field, I should say, because maybe you didn't invite this person into your life, they just came in anyways. Make sure you guys get the likes up as you come in. So, because I keep seeing the amount of people watching keeps going up, but the likes are not going up. So let's get the likes up. So this person spends a lot of time under the moon. Their ethics and their integrity was being tested because I feel like this person loves to call judgment on people. Like that's something that gets them off. Not in a sexual way, but in an emotionally satisfied way. When they feel like they can get God to judge somebody else, they feel like they've had a victory over that person. Again, when we call for judgment, now not this person, because obviously they're like writing petitions. Thank you guys for getting the likes up. They're writing petitions to the spirits, like, and to God to judge a specific person. When we call for judgment, we're not asking God to go judge someone we don't like. We're just asking God to, like, calling for judgment is basically asking the Most High to look at our energy. And if there's anything going on in our energy that shouldn't be going on in our energy, like energy harvesting, witchcraft, evil eye, whatever it is, then the Most High will make us aware of it and who's doing it. And then the Most High does whatever the Most High is going to do about it. Okay. So it's like, we're still taking responsibility for our portion of our energy and cleansing ourselves, but we're also asking for God to look at the situation and make a decision about what needs to be done moving forward. This person, the type of judgment that they call on people it's like this, like, because I see this person writing things down. They're like, I ask for judgment to be cast upon Susie so-and-so. I'm just making up a name, like Susie so-and-so. I ask that their car be taken. I ask that they lose their job. And it's like all of these personal petitions to destroy somebody's life. And like this person has been literally getting away with this crap because who they've been calling judgment on in the past, those people haven't been living right. So I love that. It formed a little face. Yeah. So like, so when they're calling for judgment, they're doing it in a destructive way, but they've been calling on judgment for people who are not connected to God, who are not chosen, and they've not been living right. So judgment ends up being, so it would appear to this person who's asking for all of these things, it would appear that their petitions were being met because something would happen to that person and they would see that. But now everything that they've asked for other people is happening to them because they tried to call judgment on somebody on a high priestess, you guys, literally. They tried to call judgment on you, high priestess. Let's get the likes up, you guys. They tried to call judgment on you because of your intuitive abilities, and they didn't even realize that their integrity was being tested, because really you should not be calling judgment on individual people unless you know for a fact that they've done something to you, unless God shows you that they've done something. But like literally, if you just suspect something, that's not good enough reason to call judgment on somebody. And you shouldn't be doing it in the way that this person's doing it. I think that they're about to learn that. Welcome in, Jesus Christ. Nice to see you. Yeah, and welcome in, Chronovect. Nice to see you as well. So let's get the likes up, you guys. So yeah, basically you're the high priestess. You're a very intuitive being. You could have sensed some dark energy around this person, and that's most likely why you rejected them. Now, rejection, envy, and jealousy are not good enough reasons to have judgment called on somebody. Oh, you changed your name. Nice, from Creo. Very cool. So yeah, it's not a good enough reason. Like jealousy, envy, greed, all that stuff is not a good enough reason to have judgment called on somebody. Now, your intuitive ability could have told you that these people were fake. Let's get the likes up. We got 16 people watching and 9 likes. 18 people watching and 9 likes. Let's get the likes up, you guys. The more that you like the video, the less that I have to say, let's get the likes up. I hope you guys realize that. So this moon energy has been a problem. Somebody's been systematically using the cycles of the moon to try to distract you from your purpose, to try to pull you off your path, to try to become a secret enemy. And this person could be a family member. They could be an aunt, an uncle, a cousin. You know, what else is there in the family? Brother, sister, mother, father. They don't have to be. They could be. This person felt like they were because you're very connected to God, they felt like they were very connected to God, not understanding that to have a real connection with the Most High, you have to go within yourself to access that. And so this person doesn't understand that. Okay. They believe in the God in the Bible and whatever nonsense. They believe in something that's purely outside of themselves. And that believing in only that will get you fucked up. Like I literally know somebody that is in multiple people that are in those religions that have to deal with these false beings that pretend to be God, and they're not. They're like extraterrestrials, but they call themselves God, whatever. They want to play the role of God, but they're just aliens. They're just ETs. So again, they're not actually the Most High. So yeah, you want to know that God exists within, and just Jesus was always going within. Like that's basically what he was teaching. But they tried to rip that out of the Bible and every type of gospel and spiritual text so that you don't know that God exists within you, and that each and every one of us can have a personal relationship with God by going within. It sounds like they've been playing God. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. Trying to judge somebody and do specific things to them. That's weird. This person was being tested though, and your intuitive abilities were also being tested. I feel like this person could have contacted you recently or sent you a message or tried to get in contact with you via like WhatsApp, Messenger, something like that. And it's like almost like you didn't even see their message or their phone call or whatever. This is also somebody that likes to play a lot of games. They love to like prank call people. Like I'm getting some really immature, petty shit that I'm picking up on. But yeah, make sure you guys like the video. We got 21 people watching and 12 likes on the video. Let's get the likes up. So literally, this person's experiencing a lot of bad luck. And they feel like they're under judgment. And so they're like, what did I do? And the universe has showed this person through angel numbers, through spirit guides, through dreams, that you are not to be messed with. Like you're on a certain journey that God wants you on. And basically you're in a position where God wants you to be. And this person, it's none of their business. Like what you're doing is none of their business. What your psychic gifts are, because this person has also asked for you to be uncloaked so that they could see everything that could be seen about you. That's also very inappropriate. Okay. If God has you covered by the Holy Spirit and cloaked by the Holy Spirit, You know what I'm saying? Like, so that people can't see things about you to attack you. Why is this person going to God asking for God to uncloak you so that they can attack you? Like, it's ridiculous. This person feels entitled to your energy. They also feel entitled to what God has for you. So that's why I thought maybe this person was like a family member. Yeah, all of us are like all of us are basically sinners. None of us are perfect, okay? And none of us are Jesus. Like, we have Christ consciousness within, but we're not perfect, okay? Nobody is. And so it's like God has spared this person so many freaking times over the years, like literally. And this person is somebody that acts very righteous. They act like they are holier than thou, that they are pure and all this stuff. And they really are like a closet witch. Like, they're a witch that hasn't gotten their broom out of their closet yet. Yeah. They need to take a seat. They're not a good person. That's exactly it. This person is somebody that loves to see people squirm, likes to see people in a situation that causes them anxiety. That's most likely why you stopped answering this person's calls, because every time you would speak with them, you would get nauseated because of this moon magic that they're doing. Yeah. And this person also knows that you're the star. And so the star high priestess, literally your star messenger, somebody has literally tried to like question the things that you've said, because you've claimed to be an intuitive and somebody that's a prophet of God. Now, that there's nothing wrong with claiming to be a prophet of God if you're really a prophet of God, and you are. The high priestess and the star, absolutely, your star messenger. However, this person only knows false prophets. So when they come across a real prophet, they don't really know like what that would look like. This person hasn't been able to perceive your entire anointing because God has not allowed them to know how you're anointed. Because this person would seriously go try to manifest in their little closet your downfall. Like, literally. That's why God has stopped answering this person. They're feeling very abandoned at this moment. And yeah, let's keep getting the likes up. They feel very abandoned in this moment. They feel like God has forsaken them and that God has chosen you over them. And that is a little bit what's happening. But this person has done this to themselves, because they should have never tried to have you judged when clearly God is watching every single part of your life. Like, people that believe that God isn't an all-seeing eye that sees and knows everything at all times, they don't understand the infiniteness of the Most High. Like, they don't really know God. God can't not even be described with words, but literally, there was this psalm I was just reading, and it was talking about how great are your thoughts, God. They outnumber the grains of sand. Like, literally. Yes. And you guys are very connected. Like, you guys are very connected. It's like this coming out together does not surprise me. Empress, oh my God. Seriously, you guys have divine feminine energy. It always seems like the most creative people are the ones that are envied the most. So you could be a singer, a writer, an actor, a dancer, artist, somebody that loves creativity, that loves doing creative things. You could be a gamer, you could be a designer, you could be any of those things, or you could be a writer, have these as actual abilities to benefit you. Now, you basically have the opportunity to choose now who you're going to allow into your experience, because it's before it was like you were getting thrown people that are low vibrational, high vibrational, and you just have to sort it out. Now you're going to get to ask God for the people who really serve your highest and best good to come in, because these other people that are up under the moon, there is something that they're guilty of. Like, I can pick up that they talk to other people about you quite often, but they're always talking down on you. So you could not answer this person's phone call because, one, you either don't see it because it's just such an opposite vibration of you, or literally, you know that if you answer the phone call, you're going to get yelled at or made fun of or talked down on. And so you don't want to have that experience. And that's understandable. This person feels like you are absolutely obligated to have to speak with them whenever they get ready. And it's like, you would never put that on this person. So what makes them think that they can put that type of responsibility on you? Again, you're not the reason that this person is getting put up under judgment. I mean, you are, but you're not. It's really them that's the reason that they're under judgment. Yeah. See, this person's bullying you because they see you as a Nine of Pentacles. They see you as someone who is single, self-sufficient, somebody that is a very hard worker, that you're good with your money, you're very fruitful. That's kind of what they're seeing. And so this person and these people have been conspiring together to undermine any type of efforts that you've created on your spiritual journey to better yourself. This is why this person's up under judgment, because everything that you do to serve Jesus, to serve your higher self, to serve your actual purpose here, you know. And yes, I love Ra. Literally, Ra is the bomb. So it's like, literally, you fulfill you guys are generational curse breakers. You fulfill the soul contracts that your ancestors weren't able to fulfill. And I'm not talking about ancient ancestors. I'm talking about like your mother, if she's passed away, your father, their parents, like those types of ancestors. So you're basically picking up the slack where they left off. That's one reason why you're going to remain in the Nine of Pentacles, because you're doing the right thing for your bloodline. So you are dealing with some people that doubt your ability. They doubt basically that you are a prophet. They doubt that you do know what's going on. Like, literally, you guys are extremely intuitive. You know that this person doesn't believe in you, and that they don't really believe that you're special for some reason. Like, they just have a very skewed way of looking at you, and it's inaccurate, to be honest. So somebody is like trying to count your pockets. They're very interested in what you're making financially. And some of you are not even making money. So this is weird. Like, this is why people should stop gossiping. When they get together and they gossip, it's basically like showing me that they don't know what's going on, or they wouldn't be gossiping and lying about you guys. You know what I mean? Six of Cups. This is definitely somebody that you have loving relationship with in the past. You could have considered this person a beloved one. Like, it could be an ex, it could be anybody, an ex-friend, but I was picking up on family. It might be family member, but yeah, or extended family member. And again, also, I'm picking up on that somebody's family lied to them their entire life about who they are. And didn't, like, if your family knows that psychic abilities run in the family and they don't tell you how to manage those abilities, they're sitting there wanting to watch you squirm. You know what I mean? Yeah, you put your foot down as they hacked your computer and kept watching and stalking you. It's so creepy. Wow. And when your dreams came true, you deleted journal entries, even in the physical book, and you threw it away. Interesting. Yeah, you knew if people saw that, they would target you, but they did it in anyways, because they can sense something is definitely different about you guys. Make sure you guys get the likes up. They can sense that. They can sense that you guys are divine. I mean, it's an energy that's in your aura, but it's also coming from within you. And so it's like a resonance. 10 of Cups. Look at this. See, you're entering into a period of contentment. As long as you don't let this person into your life, you're going to remain at peace. Like, literally. This person, if this is a jealous mother, envious mother, if you're adopted, again, this could be like, because I'm getting that somebody lied to their child about their entire life, didn't even say, oh yeah, I know that you're intuitive, I know you're psychic, I know you're a prophet, because Mima or Mima's Mima, grandma's grandma also had the gift. This person has known something about your abilities, but they decided not to shed light on that. And that's okay. That's their business to do so. But it seems like they wanted to see you squirm and suffer while you were trying to figure out who you truly are, And again, you are not who this person says you are. And if you are not who they believe you are, and you're in alignment. That's why when they went to go get judgment called on you, which who in the hell would want to have their own child or a family member judged? That's not okay. When my family members pass away, even in my adopted and my biological family, I always make sure that they don't go to hell. I put them in a better place. And I even have some of them turned into Cenobites and stuff like that so they can continue on doing something that they would enjoy. So basically, to say the least, I make sure that they're okay when they die, because most of them don't even cross over. So literally, this person is going to need you in the future. Like, and when they pass away, they're going to basically be haunting you for your forgiveness. So I would just forgive them, because again, just forgive them so you don't have to deal with their spirit when they pass like that, because they will literally stay around seeking your forgiveness. This person, I don't think they're going to be able to see the truth about you until they're gone from this plane of existence, because they have done something so heinous to you in the spirit that, like, God's only showing me part of what they've done. And I think the other part would really make me mad, and he doesn't want me to leave. God doesn't want me to leave, because it's not a he, it's an it. But like, doesn't want me to leave the energy of peace for this reading. Also, this person could be extremely paranoid that that they're going to get like a double punishment of the hellfire for doing this to you. They're paranoid now. They're in the 5 of Cups. They're like, oh snap, all that moon magic, all that witchcraft, all that closet witching. Because this person pretends to be a Christian during the day, and then when night falls, they become a witch. So again, like, and this is not somebody that like has a Jesus altar that lights a Holy Mother Mary candle and prays. This is somebody that like literally has a closet with a bunch of weird statues on it, and they've made some type of demonic altar to you. So they have some type of knowledge about witchcraft. Maybe it runs in the family and you were just kept away from that part. But it's some type of really old ancient technique where you put, maybe this person has an altar and they've got you on their altar. I don't know. This person just keeps praying that you don't find out what they did, and that you don't find out these lies that were basically told about you and the things that were kept from you. 10 of Pentacles, that possibly you have a 10 of Pentacles, a legacy, a house, an inheritance that this person stole from you and then threw you to the wolves. You could have been homeless for a time, and this person completely was just sitting there living on your money. They had no intention when they gained conservatorship over this inheritance to ever give any of it to you. And they've been able to manipulate the ethers to get you looked at like you're crazy or something so that you won't gain this 10 of Pentacles, which is a gift of money, affluence and importance, material success, security achieved through wealth building methods, investment, real estate, stock market, that type of thing. So you could have stocks, it could be anything. And then also this person is super upset because you are going to be inheriting something when somebody passes away. And it could be a house from them. It could be property. It could be, a job. It could be all sorts of different things. This person doesn't want you to get it, but there's nobody else to leave it to that would be responsible in the family. So obviously that's why you've been chosen for that. And if this person who has been bad to you your entire life, if they left this world and did not leave you their money, they would go to hell. Like seriously, they would be severely punished for that, because God has instructed this person through dreams, messages, and everything that they need to leave what they have to you. And again, if you're the youngest in the family, you should be left the most amount because you're going to be on this planet the longest. Like thinking about it logically, this person just doesn't want to see you. Like this person thinks that if you had this money now, you would be all bougie, you would be better than them, and then you wouldn't be looking up to them in some type of way. You don't look up to this person. You know their character. 2 of Swords. See, this person is seriously blocked. Like their creativity is blocked. You could also have been dealing with, for a time, an old coworker or something that was competing with you. I'm just getting that coming through as well. Some of you may have been dealing with a coworker. But yeah, they're blocked. Like they're not having any financial success with getting a victory over you. If there was anything to do with life insurance and taking out on a policy of life insurance for you, they're not getting that money. So they need to get over it. But them trying to cause blockages and hurdles in your life just because you're in alignment is not appropriate. And God, that's why God is literally punishing this person. And I hate to say that because I don't feel like God punishes people, but God will allow this person to get their karma, because what they tried to have done to you, like, you have spared this person so many times where you could have called them on their BS, but you didn't. Justice, literally, you're getting justice. You're literally here to receive justice, and you're bringing justice to your whole bloodline. Why would anybody be upset about that? Like, that's so weird. This person wants to do what you do with your abilities, but for some reason the gifts skip them. That's why they've gone in their little witch closet and they do all this witchy stuff, because they are trying to find an access to an ability that they just don't have. This person was not spiritually gifted. And there's most likely a reason for that. I mean, I'm getting some past life stuff from them that the last time that they were gifted and they had you around, they used their gifts to seriously unalive you. And so this lifetime, God was like, yeah, I'm going to give the gifts to collective who will use them to create justice and peace for people. Welcome in, Casey. Literally. What dreams did? Oh my God. I had some weird dreams last night, and there was like literally these spiders that had like claws. They were spider scorpions. Like, it was another planet, obviously. But it was a very scary dream because, like, I was trying to get away from these scorpion, spider, crab type things, and they could flatten themselves out and go under doors, and it freaked me out. And then was like, oh, I'll just jump in the water. And then was like, crap, they can swim. And they weren't attacking me, but I was scared of them because of the way that they looked. So unnerving, to say the least. Thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. So yeah, literally, you're dealing with somebody who is confused as to why they're being stopped. Like, God has stopped this person in their tracks when it comes to you, literally, because they were drinking all of those 7 of Cups illusions from their shadow side. This person cannot balance their shadow side. Like, they're trying to, but they're not able to. That's why they go into the witch closet. And this person, if they want to be a witch, maybe they should just be a witch. I mean, I don't consider Wiccan people to be witches. I don't consider people who are Satanists to be witches either. I consider my definition of a witch is someone who has abilities and they use those abilities to hurt and harm other people. That's what is a witch. And a warlock is usually somebody that's a man that abuses their abilities and uses their gifts to hurt and harm people rather than to use them to heal people. Now, if you have gifts and abilities and you heal people and you help, you're a healer. If you don't help, you become a witch. And if you're neutral, then I don't have words for that. You're just spiritual. But I do feel like if this person wants to be a witch so bad, maybe they should just join a coven, or, like, stop going. This person's getting in trouble with God because they're being two-faced. They're going in their witch closet every night, and then they're going to church and pretending to be holier than thou. Oh, butterfly. I love it. Seriously. And so you guys could be going through a metamorphosis right now where you're coming into your power and you're seeing through these illusions that this person has cast, especially about you, because I feel like this person was casting illusions over you when you were a child. 5 of Wands. It's got this person. They were greedy. They were competing with you. They have a lust for power, and they're very competitive, and they're also trying to be a rival towards you. And who does that to other people? Like, people that are not even, there is no competition. You can't compete where you don't compare. This person doesn't have abilities. So and why I say people who are Wiccan are not witches is because, and there are obviously some people who are Wiccan that could be witches, that could be magical. But if there was a book that you could just pick up and read it, like Wicca 101 or whatever, I don't know what books they have, and you could just pick it up and then you could become a magical being. Like, everybody would be a fucking magical being. You know what I'm saying? Yes, women have been talked about in many different places. They all said the same thing. She pretends she's godly, yeah, on the surface, but does magic behind the scenes. Seriously. And then this person also like uses, I forget what psalm it is, but it's a psalm that says like, may cursing go into their bones like oil or some shit. Like it's really dark. Like whatever the psalm is, this person uses only that psalm. It's like in a psalm to curse somebody, basically. So they're also using the Bible in a weird way. They're not praying for protection. They're praying for somebody else to be sacrificed, basically, because they're upset and they need to get over it. Yeah, light work, exactly. So that's why I say, and then the Satanists, not the most of them don't actually worship the devil. All they do is believe in rebellion, and they believe in the false light matrix, and so they question everything. Anyways, I didn't know that. I thought that I used to think that Satanists worship the devil, but I actually, upon further, like, I don't know, just watching videos of people talking about it and stuff, they don't actually worship the devil. They're more taking the left-hand path to where they know they're going within and knowing themselves and accessing God. But they believe also in, not to follow faith blindly, which also I'm very left-hand path, but I'm also right-hand path. So it's like I'm in between, I guess. But I believe in the Most High, and I believe in the God that exists within. So, but I don't believe that other people can play God in your life. Like if you want to access your God, your higher self, your God self, that God consciousness, absolutely, I encourage you to do that. But don't think that by you accessing that part of yourself that you're going to play God in someone else's life. You know what I mean? Yes. Yeah. The presence of the Lord flows through, and it's magical. It is. It is. And so, really, it's like we create our realities with our thoughts and our beliefs. This person's been creating a very illusioned, dark reality for themselves to have to live in. They've experienced a lot of loss in life because they keep calling judgment on the people that they care about. It's just anytime this person gets mad, they call judgment. Yeah, they've definitely called judgment on this Knight of Pentacles energy. Somebody that works very hard for them. So this person could be married, or they could be with somebody that this person would have progressed into an emperor. Now my ears just started to itch. Okay, that drives me insane. So this person could be talking about you quite a bit. But yeah, they have literally been draining this Knight of Pentacles that they speak with, whatever you want to say. They've been definitely turning this person into, like, this person would have progressed and become an emperor had they not messed with this karmic energy. 3 of Wands. So seriously, your projects and goals will be realized. They will come to full fruition. Make sure you guys like the video. And again, like, just knowing that your vision of justice may not look like what is going to happen, but it still will fulfill the need for justice. I mean, if this person wasn't up under the moon being a hidden enemy to you while smiling in your face and saying they love you, like, this person seriously has said that they absolutely adore you, but behind the scenes, they're in their witch closet trying to take something from you. It could be an inheritance, it could be a 10 of Pentacles, or this person could literally want what you work for in this lifetime. That is crazy. They feel like you owe them something. Look, you're coming out as the Emperor and Empress energy. You could be an emperor that's with an empress, or you could be an empress that's with an emperor. Again, you're somebody that has mastered your emotions to the point where you're not going to freak out. And the amount of witchcraft that has to be done to get you to freak out, like, this person has actually gone and sought after a jinn and to wish upon it so that you would have a downfall, so that they would be able to take something from you. Judgment. This person, the moment they tried to get jinn involved and evil wish against you, is the moment that this person started losing. Because again, they're not of Islam descent. They shouldn't be calling it. I don't even think people that are of Islam call upon jinns. Basically, there's stuff in the Quran that talks about how jinns are mischievous and bad. Okay. Every single one that I've met has been extremely mischievous. I don't want to call them bad, but literally. Not something that, like, it's not like working with an archangel where you can just like be all, hi, welcome in, Amelia, where you can just be all trusting and stuff. Okay. Like it is not like that. So it's just a whole, the Middle East is a whole different realm. People should not be calling upon things that, unless you have a connection to the Middle East, and that's something that's like your natural guides or something, then call on that. But like literally, we should be calling upon things that are associated with our path, our walk, and our culture, not going to African voodoo when you're a white person worshiping God and some other Celtic deity in the closet. Like it just, going outsourcing to other people's cultures and stuff will get you really messed up. And so you just got to be very careful, because again, this is the type of person that would literally call upon an African deity to hurt or harm or unalive an African person. And they know, obviously, clearly, that that person of African melanated skin tone and African descent has a genetic connection to like Shango, Oya, any of the Orisha or Loa. And how we're going to use somebody else's genetic ancestors against them. Like that's what this person's tried to do. So you could have a connection to Celtic deities. You could have a connection to the saints. You could even have a connection to the Ophanim. Whatever it is, this person has tried to literally use these other forces against you, not knowing that you are favored in every area of the world. There's no place on this planet that they can go and use a force against you that does not love you endearingly. You know what I mean? You flipped as you never thought that rumor was true. Seriously, because it's like somebody that feel that they act so godly and they go to church every Sunday and they smile in your face and then try to stab you in the back. It's crazy. Queen of Cups, they see you as this is all they see you as. They don't see you as an emperor and empress. They see you as somebody who is compassionate, who's wise, who's caring, and who's devoted. And beyond that, they're not really viewing you as you actually are. They feel like you're a pushover or somebody that can be walked upon, and you're just not. You're not this Knight of Pentacles. Do not eat or drink from this person. If you know who they are and they try to, especially if you go to their house and they're always trying to feed you crap, do not eat or drink from this person. They are not safe. They will put something in the food. I'm not saying poison, but they could literally put some type of witchcraft item or something. Queen of Wands. Yeah, this person is a Queen of Wands, literally a witch. It's like they're more a witch than they are a Christian. So they need to really be careful, especially calling upon jinn and these other beings that are definitely not this person's genetic lineage. They better be really careful. And the thing is that you have broken your family free from witchcraft so many times, and then you have this stupid person that continues to do the witchcraft. So they could be a part of your family, or they could have just been sending witchcraft to your family. But yeah, it's like every time you clear something, this person goes and tries to redo it. And that's another reason they're up under judgment. Four of Swords. This is a permanent ending to the battle that you had with them. Because again, how can you conquer a war that you don't even know that you're fighting? This person never told you had abilities. They never told you anything. And again, they were literally trying to have you put in a coffin and this person was anticipating going to your funeral, even though they know damn well that they're going to pass on way before you do. So it's like really, really crazy. They thought that them calling judgment on you, God was going to take your life from you. Like, what type of shit is this person on? Like, they're obviously doing something. Now I just saw two people that are very immature. Okay, these people could be in their like early 40s or late 30s. This is like a separate message. Whoever these people are that I'm seeing are extremely immature. They still behave like 16-year-old people, like people that are 21, going out and going to freaking parties and shit like that. These people get wasted and draw on each other with like Sharpie markers and stupid shit. Like they're really immature. They have not matured at all. I don't know why I'm seeing that couple so clearly, but it looks to me like those people could also be an influence to this person to keep attacking you. You've got a few people that don't like you because of your intuitive gifts. Look, this is the 10 of swords for them. They're getting totally stabbed in the back and betrayed because they tried to use God against you. And all for your wheel of fortune. This person believes that you don't deserve to be at the top of the wheel. They believe that they should be at the top of the wheel. It's a no. This person is going to do something on Halloween that might take their own life. Like, not like a suicide, but they may send out some type of death magic ritual to you on Halloween, and this shit is not going to even touch you. It's not even going to leave this person. It's going to, whatever they call upon is going to take this person out. And if you guys don't know, there is a story about this one girl that seriously was trying to use trying to use African voodoo to curse her girlfriend. She was white. Her girlfriend was African American, melanated. And she tried to use these people's ancestors against that person. And this girl was found drowned in the bathtub. And she was trying to call upon Papa Legba, but I think the one that showed up was Baron Samedi. And I have a very deep connection to Baron Samedi and his wife. So they're the lowest that claimed me. Those are the ones that do the black magic voodoo, like black magic. So like literally, you'll have to, if you don't know about that case, you'll have to read about that. But yeah, you'll just type in like, the girl that was unalived by Papa Legba, and it'll bring the story up. But literally, that's why I say you have to be very careful. I mean, it was a very mysterious way that she died, and she had just performed that ritual to take the life or do something bad to her girlfriend. And so, again, this is why you don't know what you're calling upon. When you call on something, you don't know what you're going to get. Unless you're calling upon God and the Holy Spirit, then you know what you're going to get. This person, they didn't know specifically what they were calling upon. And they're just really jealous because you are very healthy. You're wealthy. You're like, and again, you have an abundance of happiness, peace, gratitude. You know, you're in alignment for your destiny. So I think it's so funny. Look at this. And you've got a very deep connection to both Egypt and Greece, like ancient Greece. So some of you guys could have been some of the early ancient philosophers. You know what I mean? So if they tried using them against me, bye-bye. Exactly. It's ridiculous. Look at this. They were definitely spying on you, though. They are like, that's their MO, is always to watch you, see what's coming in for you. And then you may have noticed that all of a sudden, like I noticed that I'm about to have a big breakthrough or something, because all of a sudden I had toxic people after toxic people after toxic people with the worst situations going on, all contacting me at the same time. And I was like, oh, something's about to happen. And so here comes the negative part of the matrix trying to keep me down. And all I had to do was not answer the phone to these people. Yeah, like I am wrong. Exactly. That's literally all I had to do was not answer the phone. And I still was affected by the negative energy that they were sending, but it would have been much worse if I had answered the phone and replied to that, and one of the people, they were asking for spiritual guidance. So I don't know why they would think that I would just do that for free, open myself up to all of their demons for free. If they wanted me to answer them back, they should have sent a super chat or a payment of some type, because again, just ridiculous. People feel so entitled. And I understand that people are possessed and under the influence, but that is more of a reason to really need to pay somebody, because why would anybody want to go dive into somebody else's possession and have to do an exorcism on them for free? That's not cool. So, and in the Catholic Church, they don't even do exorcisms like that. Like, you have to seriously have like physical proof, like recorded proof and all this extra shit. And then they still most of the time say no. So like they will only do it at like if you have a real serious thing going on. So this person, they felt like you could save them. You might be able to talk to God and have God intercede on your behalf. The thing is that when you guys pray for people, you have to know how Yeah, shows you how you view the world. Like, you have to understand that when you pray for people, if you're praying for somebody's well-being and they're sitting there doing witchcraft on you behind the scenes, then you're basically opening yourself up to their karma, because you're saying, well, I'm willing to take on whatever it is that they're going through because I'm praying specifically. I'm sticking my neck out specifically for them. And that's why I will always say, be careful who you pray for. Make sure it's just your immediate people around you, because you never know what your prayers are affecting, how your prayers could affect this person, enabling them to continue to do witchcraft, and to continue to remote view you and spy on you and stuff like that. It's like ridiculous. So yeah, pray for your immediate loved ones, the ones you know that you can trust, and pray for yourself. And then when it comes to other people, tell people to pray for themselves. If they like want or saying, pray for me, pray for you. No, pray for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, we're not sticking our neck out for anybody else's karma. And that's what this person expects you to do, because you've done it before. You've helped them when they were in a time of need. Strength, because this person knows that you are stronger, and that this wheel of fortune is inevitable. It's like something that's going to happen no matter what. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Churches are beautiful. Some of them, anyways, are absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, I'm not dissing on anybody that goes to church. I just think that this person would rather be a witch. They're not really a Christian, and they spend more time in the closet than they do at church. So maybe they should pick a side and stop going between the devil and what would represent God. But I think some religions represent a lower force than the Most High. But this person is like playing, trying to play games in God's face, and that is not working out well for them. Like, they just feel powerless. They feel powerless, and that's why they go to witchcraft. It's because they hold no authority in the spirit. It's got them carrying a continual 10 of wands. You see how that person could drop those sticks at any time and walk away unburdened? This person just won't drop it. When you have a dog that's brought you back a toy, you just threw the toy, it's brought it back, and you're like trying to get the toy away from the dog, and you're like pulling on it, and you're like, drop it, drop it. That's the energy that I feel with that 10 of wands. Like, just drop it. All you have to do is let it go and walk away. Just like what you're like, drop it with the dog. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I get that type of energy with this person, that all they need to do is drop this burden that they're carrying and walk away, but they won't. They are too stuck in the energy of being burdened, and their heart is too heavy to walk away from this. They don't even realize that everything that they're going through has nothing to do with you doing anything to them. It has to do with the things that they're doing in their life that are low vibrational, that are affecting them negatively. This person could have been suffering from a mental illness for a very long time, and it's gone undiagnosed or unlooked at, or maybe nobody even has the balls to tell this person that they might need to go to a psychiatrist. Again, when you guys have people calling you and trying to trauma dump on you and throw this 10 of wands burdens onto you. Thank you so much, Fashionista. Make sure you guys like the video. When they're trying to throw these burdens onto you, all you have to do is tell this person, if you run into them in public or whatever, if you can avoid their phone call altogether, do that. But when they start to trauma dump on you and throw all this stuff at you that you're not prepared to deal with, all you have to do is say, you know what? I care about you, but I am not in a space where I can hold that energy and hold that trauma. So my best advice is to go talk to a therapist or a psychiatrist about it, because they will actually be able to help you, where I will not be able to help you with any of this stuff. That's all you have to say to these people. And they're going to be, their psychic vampire self is going to be like, wait, what? Like, I'm not going to be able to extract your good energy, and you're not going to take my poison. That's right. I'm not taking your poison. You're not throwing your burdens on me. Like, I can't hold the emotional space for that, but I care about you. So maybe you should go talk to a psychiatrist or a therapist. Now, if you were to say that to your mother, I'm sure she would be pissed. But at some point, you have to start cutting these people off right when they get to going on it, because like this one person that contacted me that I do deeply care about, I couldn't hold space for her. She was possessed with like over 500 demons at one time. And it's because of the religion that she associates with and all these other things on top of it. And I was like, I can't hold space for that. Like, I can't fix that problem. You know, if you're suicidal, if you're going through all these things, you need to go dial 988 or go talk to somebody, you know, but I can't be the one that is basically forced to fix all of your problems. And I'm not going to let you trauma dump on me, because that's what it is you throwing your bad energy and karma on me, and then me feeling sick after. And anytime you talk with somebody and you feel sick after, that's an indication that they're doing something to your energy, or that the interaction that you had with them was not like an equal. What, 500? I would slowly back up and move on to another universe. Exactly. So yeah, seriously. That's why I was like, I told that I like didn't actually talk to that person, but they have gotten advice from me before. They have The Truth of God by Michael Stedman. It's a book. All they need to go do is go read that book, and they would have been cleared of all that crap. But again, like, it's not my job to tell that person to go back to the book that got me out of situations like that, you know? So anyways, and it's just, if you guys are interested in developing your spirituality to the point where you have mastered your abilities, I would suggest getting this book. It's very cheap, and it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It might be on ebooks as well. I'm not for sure though. But yeah, life game changer for me, from just going from being a psychic my entire life to being able to connect with my God self and all that. And being able to use, they've got a mind technique. Yeah, check it out. They've got a mind technique in there where you basically use that technique, and it gets rid of thoughts and beliefs out of your conscious and your subconscious. And then they've also got a intuitive technique where you learn joy versus anger. It's like a way to learn how to get yes and no answers from your higher self immediately, so that you don't have to say a prayer, wait for it to be answered, and then go about it that way. You can just ask right away and get an answer back using your intuition. And then that's basically like flexing a muscle. It's got so many good techniques in it, and it's just so important. Like, understanding that book. I read that book and I was like, I have thought everything that was in this book. I have thought about it before. So this big burden that they're carrying, they are looking for somebody to dump this on. They thought that you are going to be open to that. You're not, though. This person seriously is like scratching their heads as to why when they called judgment on you, these burdens were not cast onto you. Because Archangel Michael with the Temperance card here, make sure you guys like the video. You are beloved by God, okay? And the Archangel Michael watches over you. So again, Archangel Michael's not going to allow, like, this is your season to shine. It's your season to be in the winning. This person has had their time to shine. They either didn't shine because they messed up, or maybe it was all the judgment they were calling on everybody else. But this person has done something to screw their own life up. You know, now it's your time to shine, and it's your turn to be on the top of the wheel. And this person's not going to do anything about that. You could be working on a project at this time. You could be writing a book. You could be literally doing anything at this time, you know. Make sure you guys like the video. So like, literally, you could be writing a book. You could be working on a painting. You could be doing something with crafts. You could be even be working on your house. Literally, whatever this is that you're working on is a divine part of your path. And that's why it's protected by Archangel Michael. And you're using temperance. You're finally like using your discernment. See, when I first started doing my psychic work, I did not believe in witchcraft. Like, to be honest, I just didn't. For some reason, I don't know. It either never really came up to me, like, and I just didn't believe in it. Okay. It wasn't until going through witchcraft myself that I was like, oh shit, this stuff is actually real, unfortunately. But yeah, you could have had that same experience where maybe you weren't a full believer in like witchcraft, but this person has shown you that you can believe that it does exist, because they do quite a bit of it. And they send the evil eye. And I do feel like they do something like with rocks. They do something with rocks to send the evil eye to you. Something really stupid and weird in the yard. And then they do something in the closet to pray against you. And they're basically wanting to stop you from being able to work because they feel like they should be the one that is delivering messages. Nobody would listen to this person because they're not a prophet and they don't have gifts. That's why they're not delivering messages. I don't get why this person is so bent out of shape about you having a job. Like literally, if you were to go work at In and Out tomorrow, this person would still curse you. Like seriously. Yeah, you guys are truly anointed. This person doesn't have an anointing. And they didn't know that. They thought that they were anointed. You're mopping the floor. Good for you, girl. So yeah, look at this 4 pentacles energy here. This is what God's given you. What your divine path and work is what God has given you. So you're using your inheritance that God gave you, obviously, with a lot of trust, because God trusts you to use your abilities to help people, not to hurt them. And so literally, like you're the type of person that's naturally magical also. You don't have to go cast spells. All you have to do is speak things into creation. And so this person is thinking that you do some type of witchcraft, and that you don't. That's why their judgment's being called on them. It's them that's doing the witchcraft. In fact, this person is doing so much projection to you. They're projecting what they're doing because they think that you're doing what they're doing and you're not, which is crazy. The cleanup crew. Yeah. 8 of Cups. They're going to have to walk away with their burdens still on their back unless they decide to drop them and put them on the ground. But like literally, they're going to be very disappointed if they're not already disappointed. This person's so tired of their current situation, their current life. Like they feel like their life needs a makeover. Literally. Queen of Pentacles, because you're seen as somebody who's down to earth, very stable, very mentally grounded, and somebody who is very nurturing. Also somebody that's very loyal to friends and family and very stable and dependable. This person wants to lean on you, and it's not their job to lean on you. They need to lean on God and go to the Holy Spirit for what they need, not going to you. Like just because you're a prophet doesn't mean that you are God. You are the God. You're not their God. You're the God of your own creation and reality, and the Most High is as well. But you're not this person's God. So they need to go to God instead of going to you. Because this person just is like so used to dumping their burdens on you. I'm tasting sushi for some reason. This person could like to eat sushi, or you could love sushi. Look at this 8 of Swords. This person is having to walk away from trying to get you locked up in some type of way, whether this is a spiritual prison or a physical one. I don't know what they were doing, but they're having to walk away from that, or they're going to be put in jails. Maybe somebody has warned this person that they cannot hold on to your inheritance and they cannot block you from having it. And if you've struggled with finances in the past, this is showing me that as long as you continue to do what God has asked you to do, you will thrive. You will not struggle with finances. So you're dealing with somebody that wants your money. They specifically want your money, and they want you to be broke so that you have to look up to them and ask them for stuff. This person wants to be above you. Yeah, you cut this person off long ago, or you're thinking about cutting them off now, depending on who this person is to you. And again, it's not like you're doing this in a malicious way to like, I'm never going to talk to you again. It's not like that. It's just you value your own energy and your own life. Make sure you guys like the video. You value it so much that you're not going to allow somebody else to take that from you. And you know when somebody's got bad intentions for you because you can pick up on that with your intuition. And so it's really not personal. I mean, you can pick up on this person's BS. And so that's the reason that you're not going to allow them to stay in your life, that you had to cut those cords. And specifically, I am hearing cords with this person. This person does a lot of tying knots and tying cords. I think that's a type of witchcraft. I just don't know which type. But yeah, let me ask Google so that you can add it in your prayers. If any knots or cords have been tied against me, type of witchcraft, including knots and ties, chains, etc. Okay, so let's see what it says. The type of witchcraft involving knots, ties, and cords is also known as knot magic or cord magic. It's an ancient and accessible form of sympathetic magic. Sympathetic magic is when you use an object. It's like taking a voodoo doll and making it look like somebody. You use that object um, as a sympathetic link to that person, right? So it's like you're basically making a cord, using a cord, tying knots in it. It says it's an ancient and accessible form of sympathetic magic that uses the physical act of tying and untying knots to bind or release intentions, energies, and spells. So basically, they've been trying to bind you. It says the magical meaning of strings. Strings also have more mundane use of securing magical sachets and pouches, so they could be using it with a pouch or something like that. Definition of sympathetic magic. So, sympathetic magic is primitive or magical ritual using objects and actions resembling or symbolically associated with the event or person over which influence is sought. Same thing as, so sympathetic magic is basically like a voodoo doll. Yes, to slow down the awakening. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You guys are so intuitive. Seriously. Protective knot magic is associated with the god of the afterlife. See, I didn't know that at all. I just was seeing it and I was like, let's see what type of stuff that is. So yeah, there is a Knight of Swords. There's somebody that's concealing their emotions. I feel like this person is coming in to protect you, to be honest. They could be attached to the legal system, the justice system, or they could be a cop or a PI. Maybe this person was using a private investigator to try to dig up dirt on you. This person, inevitably, they would have tried to blackmail you had they gotten anything to blackmail you with. This person's like the type of person that extorts money out of people and drains people for their finances. Also, this person could be dealing with a Five of Pentacles situation, especially if they're living in a house that is being left to you. They may want to be very mindful of how they treat that house because that's not actually their home. That's your home. And at some point when somebody passes away, it will be left to you. And so if you want to kick this person out of the house, you can do so. Yeah, there's definitely a King of Wands also that is looking out for you. They could literally be like, yeah, I'm not signing off on this. You're not keeping this inheritance, whatever it was that you stole from collective. I'm not signing off on it. That's what literally this person could be saying. And so this witch has been trying to use witchcraft on this court case, this situation, so that everybody would be bound to having to let her stay in this house that's not hers. And no, she's going to have to give it up. Page of Wands. This person could have children and they could be saying, well, you know what? I have children to take care of. They don't, or whatever. That in a court of law, that doesn't matter. Okay. You can't live in somebody else's property if somebody else left that house to them. So again, they don't have to have children. Also, they could have gotten this conservatorship over your inheritance that was supposed to be given to you when you were a child. And so literally this person has tried to stop your gifts from coming in and all sorts of things. So Spirit, let's get a outcome to the conflict here. What is going to happen for this person? Obviously, continue to pray, continue to connect with God and meditate and all that. Six of Wands, you're going to come into fame and public recognition. As long as you do not connect with this person, you will succeed. You guys, seriously. All you have to do is avoid them. And they may be coming in saying, oh, I'm homeless or I'm about to be homeless and all this stuff, but they're not telling you the truth about something with their living situation. Also, this person could be about to get thrown out of their house or they could be about to get thrown in jail. So you might want to stay away from them because they've done criminal actions that the police have seen. And so this person is being exposed. They may not be being exposed for being a witch, except for on here, but they're being exposed in the rest of their life. Seven of Wands. Like I said, if you ever have to defend yourself from this person, they're going to have a great fall. And I feel like you have had to defend yourself from this person because this person belittles you and talks down to you. They wanted to have a victory over what your inheritance is and what you receive, and they're not God. Like if God says something is for you, who are these people to say that it's not? Yeah, this person's in the 9 of Swords. They're grieving. They're stuck in bed. They're sick. This person could be on their sick bed. They could be passing away soon. It's literally only because of the witchcraft that they've done. If this person would go untie those stupid knots, literally, you would feel, oh my God, I just pray that all cords and knots be removed from witchcraft that this person has done for you. Because you're going to feel a big knot that was in your stomach for years freaking untie. Like literally, this person needs to go and undo all of the stuff that they've done, all the jars that they've buried. They need to dig them up and destroy them. This person needs to do something about their ridiculous behavior, or they're going to remain in the 9 of Swords. They're going to get sicker and sicker, and eventually they will pass away. Seriously. So I would just be mindful when you have somebody contacting you, trauma dumping, trying to throw their problems on you, or that they need to get a hold of you. If they need to get a hold of you, it's because they're trying to look into your life to see what's coming for you, or trying to get something to stick onto you. And they want to know if their witchcraft is working. Their witchcraft was working, but now this person is up under judgment for that. They should have known when God said that you would bring about justice, that you would literally bring about justice, because you are the high priestess. You guys are the intuitive prophet. And this person wouldn't know an authentic anointing if it slapped them right in the face, truly. But they're carrying some major burdens. Okay. They've got some health problems. They're losing money. They're losing a home. They're losing pets. Everything that this person was trying to take from you, they're losing. And they're like, what did I do? God, why me? This person knows what they did. Like they hold on to these witchcraft things, like these knots and cords and crap like that. This person has been draining you of your life force for a very, very long time. And they're literally, finally, you're getting your energy and power back. And this person is up under judgment and they want to see a way out. You can't help this person. There's nothing that you can do to make their karma easier for them. If you try to intervene for them, you'll get stuck with some of the karma that they're going through. And so you might as well just stay disconnected from them. Take care of your guys' selves, love on yourself, do things that you enjoy. Okay. Because literally God's going to remove all these blockages, all these knots, all these jars. God can do anything. I have literally seen the Most High destroy somebody who is like a practitioner. Like they did probably like 40 years of witchcraft on people, putting people in comas, unaliving them. I saw God undo all of that witchcraft in the blink of an eye. So God can do anything. And this situation will be cleaned up. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Remember, if you guys ever have personal questions, you can always send me a $20 super chat, $20 Cash App, or a $20 PayPal payment. And then once I've confirmed that that's gone through, you can ask your question and I'll pause the collective reading and then pull cards and we'll talk about your personal stuff. Okay. All right, you guys, know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. Have a wonderful Saturday. Okay. I'm giving you guys air hugs, lots of support. You can do this. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.